Last time on Pokemon Science and Magic, we continued our travels around the region in order to get to the Forest of Rust, the long way. On our travels we met many new Pokemon, including the gimmicky Blockuno, the Lego Pokemon. Now after making it through bland fields, rocky terrain, and disgusting swamps, we have finally made it to Magpie City, and will soon arrive at the Forest of Rust. However, little do we know, Magpie will have a few surprises in store for us. As for what those surprises could be, prepare to find out on Pokémon Science and Magic! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Magpie City, the second biggest city in the whole region. This fine little establishment is well known for its I Nidoqueen store, which is where the company saw its start and is one of the biggest furniture stores in the whole region. This town is also home to a huge mine where coal, slate, stone, and rare ores that are used to make Pokeballs are harvested. Don't worry though, we'll be exploring these two in a bit. Also, another thing that you can find in this town is a humongous bridge, which, if you travel upon it, will take you all the way back to Finch City. It's essentially a quicker way to get you back to where you started. And by the looks of things, we're not the only ones who are enjoying the sights. There's Thor over there. But who is he talking to? And, that's the whole story. So I see. And where exactly is Loki now? If I were to guess, he'd be returning back to Robin Town, although he'd be unable to enter the guild. Hopefully he'll be able to learn some sense. Maybe. Or perhaps it's not him that needs to learn some sense, but you, Thor. What? You're not seriously siding with him, are you? Especially after the stunt he pulled? True, his actions were reckless, especially considering he wasn't a high enough rank to do the job. But keep in mind you didn't really do anything to help either. Not to mention, you had no trouble with allowing a guild member who was just as new as him at the time to assist with the task that you had been given. In fact, from what I've heard, he's done his fair share of work and more. And as for Loki, he may be somewhat reckless, but this one slip-up shouldn't be enough to expel him from the guild. But I had to do it! He's too young, and he doesn't know the truth. He must learn what being a true guild member symbolizes. And you think he's going to learn that now that you've expelled him? Well, I thought not. Thor telling him that he has a lot to learn is one thing, but the problem here isn't that he's not learning, it's that you're not giving him the appropriate lessons. You've nagged on and on about him not being a true guild member, and yet, have you actually given him a chance to learn that for himself? Ugh, of course you haven't. Now then, if I were you, I'd be making my way to the Forest of Rust. Last I checked, you're needed there. Yes, of course. But first I have to make it back to my guild. I promised a friend of mine that I'd battle him. They can wait. You have bigger responsibilities, so take them. Oh, Yes, father. As you wish, father. And he has the nerve to say that Loki needs to learn sense. Ah, so you must be that quote-unquote talented trainer that Thor has mentioned a few times. Well, I am less impressed, but it is nice to finally meet you. I am Odin, Thor and Loki's father, and the leader of the Double C. You must have a decent amount of talent if you've helped us collect 2 scrolls so far. I would like to see what you're capable of myself. However, I have other matters to attend to, I'm sure you understand. If you're helping us out, make sure you get to the Forest of Rust as fast as possible. I don't appreciate tardiness. Well, he seems stern. He also appears to have put Thor's money where his mouth is. Well, he did make a point about the Forest of Rust. I guess we should get going. Or we could check out the guild that's in town before we set off. And for the sake of this video, let's do that. Just like in Frush City, there are 2 guilds that you can challenge depending on which version that you're playing. So, for the sake of this video, let's check out both versions now. Option A is the Nidoqueen furniture store itself, which also acts as the main headquarters of the company. In order to get to the guild master, you essentially have to go through a mini dungeon with multiple levels. Each level has a different style of furniture which you'll have to navigate through, and you'll have to help the employees with that furniture in order to progress through. And if we are successful with this plan, we should be able to boost our profit values by the end of the month. No further questions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you? You're not on my schedule. Battle? Me? Well, I suppose I could use a stress reliever. It has been a long day. So, of course, I will happily accept your challenge. Allow me to introduce myself first. I am Mamba, master of this guild and the head of Nidoqueen. You ever looking to make your home a more comfy place? Or ever need the right type of material for your secret base? Well, you have come to the right place. Our company is the pride and joy of this city, unlike that filthy mine that's right next to... Forgive me. It disgusts me even thinking of that place, and that dreaded shorty that runs it. I mean, why bother digging around in the dirt for money, when with the right mindset, you can get it all in style. But enough rambling on. I have another meeting to attend to soon enough, and I'm sure you want your battle, don't you? Very well then, let's see if you have the stomach to swallow my poison-type Pokémon, 'cause I can assure you, they're no easy pill to swallow. Now then, where shall we begin? Ah, I know, with Krogunk! Like all other Guildmaster battles before, Mamba has a special gimmick. Hers is that a toxic spikes is set all over your field, meaning any new Pokemon that you send out will automatically be poisoned. Not really the best thing you want to deal with when you're taking care of a poison-type specialist. Still, if you manage to bring some levitating Pokemon, or perhaps some Pokemon with the steel typing, then you should be fine. Phew, you don't mess around, do you? Alright then, let's see how you handle Skultipede! Oof, you took that down too. Ugh, you're as hard to get to as my investors. Go, Toxodon! Well, looks like we have another new Pokemon. Toxodon is the venomous Pokemon, and the evolved form of Ferrofume, one of the fossil Pokemon that you can revive in this region. Ferrofume will evolve into Toxodon once it reaches level 40. Venomous head to toe, This Pokemon's toxins are so powerful that they've actually boosted its intelligence, making it a very knowledgeable Pokemon. It was said that these creatures used to hunt in packs, and pretend to play nice in order to get their prey to come closer to them. And when they did get close enough, they would fire a corrosive toxic spit, dissolving their prey in a matter of minutes. Yeah, just like that. Someone should really get that guy a doctor. Whew. You're not an easy client to please. Oh well, I like a challenge. Let's see how you handle my Snake. Well, looks like we have another evolution on our hands. Snake, the Drake Pokemon, is the evolved form of Wormis, evolving should you manage to level it up while in a rainstorm. Now sprouting a pair of wings, Snake is just a bigger threat in the air as it is in the ocean. They can often be seen skimming across the ocean surface, like a flying fish, in order to catch their prey. You see, their wings also act like sails, meaning they can catch the wind. So, if there's a strong enough gale, they don't really need to put that much energy into flying. They often feast on gupplefish and plenty of other innocent water-type Pokemon that are unfortunate enough to be on the surface at the time. Well, I think that concludes our business. Why, thank you for that battle, young trainer. I needed something to refresh my mind after spending all day at work. Say, you're a guild trainer, aren't you? How about I make a proposal to you? For displaying such excellent battling skills, how would you like to become a part of my guild? Oh, how disappointing. Ah well, it's your choice. At the very least, I can offer this to you as a reward for your troubles. Offers still on the table if you change your mind. Now, if you excuse me, I will need my privacy. I have another meeting to prepare for. Oh, and don't bother with any of that scum in the mines. You go near them, and their filth will rub off on you. Now that we have beaten the Guildmaster, we do get quite a few benefits. For one, any items that we buy at an Nidoqueen store will now be halved. And of course, we can now do some side quests around here, like helping out some of the employees with the furniture, or coming to one of Mamba's meetings and helping her with some investors. But for now, let's move on to the other guild that you can challenge.
Time paradox!
Guild B is, of course, the Magpie Mines themselves. On the outside, it's a huge gorge, but on the inside, it's a flurry of tunnels and bridges. And you're gonna have to work your way through it in order to find the Guildmaster. However, while you're here, you can smash some boulders to find some hidden routes, or, if you're lucky, some more fossil-type Pokemon for you to resurrect. We've already discovered 3 of them, that being the new ones, Krytonium Tyrant, Ferrofume, and Ancanon. However, I forgot to bring up the old Pokemon that you can find here as well. So, just keep searching and you'll be able to find fossils of Amolra, Kabuto, Lilip, Tortuga, Cranidos, Aerodactyl, and the Generation 8 fossil Pokemon. You know, I never thought I'd get the chance to make this reference, but I'm sorry, I have to. Carolus? That's the name of the person who makes these fossils in the game, by the way. You stood on the saddles of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as humanly possible, and before you even knew what you had, you packed it, you packaged it, you put it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You're selling it, well... I'm sorry, I had to. I just had to. when mentioning these guys. I mean, I get the inspiration around them, but it just makes you wonder what they were smoking when they came up with them. Anyway, moving on. Another good day's work, boys. Oh, well, look who we have here. Aren't you a little too young to being in a big industrial area like this? Oi! There's no call for that! And for your information, I ain't a kid. Rusty's the name, and running these mines is my game. And don't make talk like that again. I'm very insecure about my size. Well, at least you're more polite than that toxic busybody up there. Those busy-loving boonies wouldn't even know what hard work is if it hit them in the forehead. They think they can just say the right things and it'll automatically give them money. Life don't work like that, kid. You have to earn every cent you've got, even if you have to rip yourself to pieces just to get it. How else do you think I became in charge of this place? Right then, why exactly did you come down here anyway? Oh really? Well, in that case, I'm afraid your future is set in stone, my friend. Because I don't think you're a match for any of my rock-type Pokémon. Especially while we're down here in my turf. I know these mines just like I know the back of my own hands. But if you insist, I'd be more than happy to make you crumble! Alright, I think I'll start off solid. Rock Onyx! Now it's time to reveal Rusty's gimmick. It's basically the same as Mamba's, only instead of Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rock is on your field. And that helps the move that all of his Pokémon know. It's a new one called Rock Pillar. Although it's not the strongest move, its power does double when Stealth Rock is set on the opponent's field. Phew, you're definitely a rock in a hard place. Well, let's see how well you do under pressure. Go Toxodon! Phew. Looks like I'm gonna need a bigger drill to take care of you. This should be big enough. Go Volcania! Joining our list of Evos is the Burst Shot Pokemon Volcania, who is obviously the evolved form of Ancanon, evolving around level 40. Its Rocket Launcher Tail Club has now been replaced with a Spiral Bazooka Blaster, firing superheated shots of molten magma. These shots can easily melt through tungsten, and were more than capable of shooting down any predator Pokemon which were dumb enough to try and tackle it. Sheesh, I would have thought for sure that my Volcania had you. Ah well, looks like it's time to bring out my Prime Digger! Go get him, Crustle! Looks like I've dug myself deep this time. Well, I believe congratulations are in order. I mean, at first I thought you'd be like those get-rich-quick snobs at Nidoqueen, but you've proved me wrong. You clearly know what hard work truly means. How about joining my guild? We could surely use some more dedicated people such as yourself. Oh, that's a shame. You would have made a fine worker. But I guess I can't say no to you. At the very least, you can take this TM as a token of your hard work. I trust you can find your way out of here. See you around, kid. And make sure you stay away from those Nidoqueen snobs. You'll get nothing out of them, I assure you. Well, now that we've beaten Rusty, not only have we unlocked more hidden routes throughout these mines, but we have also gained access to some more side quests which we can do around here. Most of it involves helping out Rusty with his mining work, like helping him fix one of his machines, or helping him to save some trapped miners from a caved-in area. Wow, looks like we're on a roll today. I mean, we've managed to beat 2 guild masters, all the while discovering new evolutions to Pokemon we've already seen. Speaking of new evolutions though, well, it looks like it's finally time. That's right, all 3 of your starter Pokemon have reached level 37, which means it's time for them to finally access their final evolutions. I said finally a lot in that sentence, didn't I? Anyway, let's not waste any more time and give you what you've been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your starter Pokemon in their prime. Congratulations, trainers! After a lot of hard work and dedication, your starter Pokemon have reached their true potential. So, before we progress any further, let's cover them, shall we? If you chose Lyolinx as your starter, it has now fully evolved into Perconjur, the misleading Pokemon. This Grass Dark type is the most mistrusting of the 3 starters. It often uses its blinding speed to play tricks on other Pokemon and travelers. However, if you earn its trust, it will not play tricks on you and instead use its tricky nature to your advantage. They're able to duplicate themselves through speed mirages, basically like shadow clones from Naruto, and they use these clones to trick their opponents in battle and, just like I said before, prank unfortunate people. Lastly, there's their new signature attack, Pack Attack. This Dark-type move allows them to boost their evasiveness after attacking. If you chose Caflet as your starter, it has finally become Slamerox, the Ox Pokemon. Wait a minute! Is it a fire-fighting type? Alright, it's not a big deal. That's easy for you to say. Shut up! Anyway, Slamerox was known as one of the proudest warrior Pokemon of its time. It never backs down from a challenge, especially with its powerful arms. Those things are capable of crushing steel beams, and their strength puts Machamp to shame. They normally prefer to use those heavyweight arms to crush their opponent, literally hammering down on them. Their arms can hit so hard that they ignite the air around them, creating explosions! If that's not enough hammering for you, their signature move, Seismic Hammer, allows them to do just that. It's a fighting move that allows them to crush their opponents with their big arms, having a chance of causing paralysis. Last but not least, if you picked Dripbird, it has finally become IQBer, the Smart Bird Pokemon. Now granted the Psychic typing, this wise old coot is so intelligent it can actually see into the future. This makes it even more wiser. And now, Flying-type Pokemon don't bully it. In fact, a lot of them actually look to this Pokemon for guidance. Its new signature move is Sea-Sight. After doing damage, it will set up a Future Sight effect, which will attack the opponent in a few extra turns. So, here are the final evolutions of your starters. I hope you're impressed. Make sure to let me know which one of these you've picked in the comments below, and make sure to let me know how your teams are doing. I'm always interested to see how much progress you guys have been making. Well, look at what we have here. Sneaking off to elsewhere, are we? Shouldn't you be returning to your own guild? What guild? I'm not a proper guild member, in case Thor hasn't told you yet. Oh, he's told me. Especially about the little tangent you had with him back in Secretary City. And to your argument, I have one thing to say, Loki. It's that I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry that I didn't know about your struggles sooner. Neither me or Thor knew what you went through when you went to that academy. I can understand now why you were so stern when you returned, as well as the reason why you were acting so brash when you joined the guild for the first time. You don't deserve to be compared to Thor. You have the right to grow into your own, as your own guild member, to gain your own sort of respect. And you are absolutely right. Thor, as well as some of the others, should have given you a chance to prove yourself. Or at the very least, a better one. Well, thank you, Father. It means a lot coming from you. However, Loki, don't think I'm 100% on your side. After all, Thor was also right in some respects. Although it wasn't your fault that you gained this brash attitude, it has given you a bit of a bad reputation, not just in front of the Double C, but your own fellow guild members as well. Not to mention, you were a low-ranked guild member accepting a job that was too high a rank for you. And that is in itself a penalty. But, at the very least, not one that deserves expulsion. I'm sorry, Father. I was just tired of being compared to him all the time. I just wanted to prove myself. Well, I think now you can. Take a look at who's been listening in. What? Oh no, not you. Why do you always have to show up while I'm in the middle of something? Do you have a problem with... Now, Loki. I actually wanted something like this to happen. In my eyes, this is a good opportunity to see you in action, and to see what you need to improve. What are you saying, Father? I'm saying, Loki, that I would like you to battle the player here. And if you convince me enough, I will consider giving you another chance. What? You mean it? Oh, thank you, Father. I won't let you down. Not here, not now. This is just the opportunity I needed. A chance to get back on top and to beat you once and for all. So come on then, you nobody. Let's do this. And this time, all of your luck will run out. You won't get me this time. Go Murkrow! No matter. I was just getting started. Let's go! Amora! Oh. So you think you're winning? Huh? You think you're winning? Well, you won't be for long. Let's see what you make of my Bala Snake! What is it going to take to beat you? What's it gonna take? Every legendary Pokémon in existence? Go! Pokémon! Well, it looks like Loki has finally evolved some more of his Pokémon. And the one he uses here, again, depends on your starter. The first one he can possibly have is Trollum, the Troll Pokémon. These big fellas are the final evolved form of Trollbull, and evolve from Trollbull when exposed to a Leaf Stone. They're big, tough brutes, but not the brightest fire burning. They have known to be tricked by other lesser Pokémon that can take advantage of their stupidity, and because of this they're often seen living alone. However, that doesn't mean that they should be underestimated. After all, these fellas are strong enough to push over a double-decker bus, so make sure not to get on their bad sides. Loki's second possible Pokémon is Ursushi, the fishing bear Pokémon. These water fighting types evolved from Crytonium tediersa when exposed to a special item called a shell hook. They use this new tool for several purposes, such as defending themselves and, of course, catching fish. The fishing kings of Cryoto, they call them. Heck, there's even a report of one literally luring in a Gyarados and dragging it to shore with its hook still in its mouth. Last but not least is Loki's third possible Pokémon. This is Meowth, the blacksmith Pokémon. They evolved from Crytonium Meowth when traded with a metal coat. Bigger, stronger, and far more brutal, they are superb fighters, attacking their enemies with a variety of burning, scratches, and bites. However, they're not just flat-out fighters. They have been known to be used in blacksmith work during the olden days, using their long whiskers and tails to cut down metal. Their paws are also heat resistant, which protects them from the singeing hot metal. Their whiskers and tail can even produce it as well, and can be superheated to cut through just about anything, even tungsten. No, I can't lose. I won't lose. Not now. Not while I'm this close. It's up to you now. Go! Get him! Starter! Looks like we're not the only ones who's managed to fully evolve our first Pokémon. Loki's starter Pokémon are all grown up too, and again, he uses the one that's the same type as yours. Definitely not going to be an easy fight, no matter which one of the three he uses, but no matter which one he has, whether it be Cinderace, Chestnut, or Primarina, I'm sure you're more than capable of handling them. No! Why am I not surprised? Well done, player. I can see now why Thor thought so highly of you. Personally, I wouldn't call you a prodigy in the making, but I can see now how you've been able to help us so far. And just where do you think you're going, Loki? I see no point in staying around anymore. Not when I failed you, Father. Correction. The objective here was to prove to me, Loki. That didn't mean you had to win. I can see now how strong you've become and how well you've treated your Pokémon. A second chance you will be given. What? You mean it, Father? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Actually, I do. I'll do anything. Just tell me what I need to do and I'll do it. Very well then. Before bumping into you, I grabbed a job request from one of the guilds in this city. It involves going to the Strix Woods. A trainer had lost his Huscout while exploring those woods, and I would like you and the player here to go and find it. That's it? Just find a lost Pokémon? Of course, Father. I'll do it. Anything you say, Father. I'll find that Huscout in no time. Hold it, Loki. I said you and the player. I would like him to assist you in this job. What? But I can handle this on my own. I don't need anyone's help. Besides, isn't he needed at the Forest of Rust? If Thor can be a no-show at a job, then so can he. Besides, do you want this second chance or not? Okay, fine. I'll do it with him. You just try to stay out of my way, okay? I'll take that for what it is. Now then, you two better get going. The sooner you come back, the sooner you, player, can be available for the Forest of Rust task. You've already been risking your time as it is coming the long way around the region. And as for you, Loki, make sure not to wail on him, okay? Ugh, fine. Come on then, let's go. Well, we've had quite a day here in Magpie City, haven't we? Although I wonder what the Strix Woods have in store for us. Welp, I guess we're going to have to find out next time, as our journey through Cryoto continues.